hope it's not. When I was a teenager, and this was like before. Hey NX, this was before MySpace, Facebook, all that stuff took off. In our community, for those of us that were fans of like the kind of music we were into, we had like our own little social media thing called STL Punk. That essentially did the same thing. You had your own profile page, and there were forums on there, so you could chat with people, in little chat messages, or you could post on like forums and stuff. So STL Punk. So you would meet a bunch of people on there. I was always meeting people, either on there and then going to concerts with them later, or vice versa. I'd meet them at concerts and then chat with them later on there. So this one person that I had been chatting with, this girl, and I don't remember what her screen name was, but I think her real name was Ashley. She was a couple years older than me. So I think I was 16. I think she might have been 18. And she was from a few towns over, but she was just like, hey, I am going to be at the college in your town, like signing up for classes or whatever. Do you want to like meet and hang out at there's like a McDonald's across the street from that college, which isn't too far from where I live. So I was just like, yeah, sure. Like we'll go meet up and, get to meet in real life. That's cool. So we go there, we meet in the parking lot, and, we're talking for a little bit. Things are cool, just like chatting and stuff like that. And then she was just like, hey, like, come sit in my car with me and we'll just sit in there and hang out for a little bit. And I was just like, nah, that's cool. It started giving me weird vibes. So she snatches my car keys out of my hand and then goes and gets in her car. So then I was just like, oh, okay. That's weird. That's not cool. But all right. So I go and get in her car. And I'm like, okay, I'm here. Can I get my car keys back? And then she pulls out and drives while I'm in the car and just starts driving. And I'm like, what the heck are you doing? She drives me all the way to her house, 2 towns over, which is like 40 minutes away. Drives me all the way to her house, parks in the garage, and then is trying to get me to come to her house. And she keeps saying like, hey, my parents aren't home. It's cool. Like, you can come in. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna come in. So she goes inside. I just sit there in the car and do nothing. And I'm like, what the hell did I get myself into? Because, like, I don't have a cell phone or anything like this. Like, when we were teens, we didn't have phones yet. So finally, she comes back out. And she's like, do you want me to just take you back? And I'm like, yes. So she drives me back to the McDonald's in my town, and then I don't say anything. I just get out and drive off, and then immediately went and blocked her on that social media app. So that's how I got kidnapped as a teenager by another teenager.
That's weird, because at first I was thinking, I guess, 2 things. 1, that you're about to be murdered. 2, that at least now you say people mistake you for being older than you are. Maybe it was like she was Chris Hansening you, and she was going to be like, why don't you have a seat? Why don't you have a seat? Like he was going to be hiding in there had you gone inside.